What is up, YouTube? This is Andy with Andy's Dizzy Vlogs, coming at you from my porch today. Please don't mind my brown ferns. I don't know how to keep those things alive. But I, in the comments, was asked to do a video on the, oh my goodness, the VRT, the exercises. The exercises for, that I do with the string. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out. Oh, geez. Okay, so just ran into an issue. This string that I used to use is soaked in candle wax because here is where I used to keep it, which was not a problem, I suppose, until we started getting 90+ degree Fahrenheit. I said that really weird. It wasn't a problem until we started getting hot days. And now it's soaked in candle wax, like wet, because it's hot. I was not anticipating that. Anyways, I will proceed. I'll just have to wash my hands after. Also, just got my hair cut. It looks a lot better than it used to. I just got out of the shower, so I didn't do anything with it. I got my beard trimmed. I got a wedding coming up. So anyways, the disclaimer I was going to make was, getting real close to the camera there, Andy. Knocking stuff over. So the disclaimer is that I have not done this in many months. Or maybe I don't remember if I did this while I was on my 2-week medical leave. I want to say that I was doing it. So I was going to the gym every day. Then I was walking a mile while doing my vestibular exercises. And then I added more to the exercises. And then I think I came home and did these exercises and something else. This is not a flattering view. Let me change that. So let me see how I can do this. So maybe this is better, because you're gonna have to kind of see what I'm doing here. So I would use this candle. Actually, this is exactly how I would do it. And what I have here is just a piece of string with 1, 2, 3 different colored beads on it. Okay, simple, tying on at both ends. And what I would do is I would put the end of this in my candle, put the lid on, and then I would come back until, I'm not gonna hold this up to me like I used to, because I'm gonna get candle wax all over me. It's like, anyways. So I would hold this right at my chin, or right under my, like above my lip. And I would hold it taut so it wasn't moving. And then what you wanna do is you wanna stare at the first bead and hold that for 5 seconds. And then stare at the bead in the middle for 5 seconds. And then move to the last bead for another 5 seconds. And then I would usually pick something far off into the distance. So I'm on my porch, so I would pick like a flower or something, and I would look at something, maybe another 5 feet away that was really far away. And then I would go from there, and I would go back, and I would look at the furthest bead, and then the middle one for 5 seconds, and then the red one for 5 seconds. And you just keep switching your gaze back and forth, and I would do down and back as 1 rep, and then I would do 10 reps of that. So that's a pretty easy, well, easy in the sense that it's cheap and you don't have to go anywhere and all that. Depending on your level, where your condition is at, it might be difficult. It was never difficult for me, I don't think. It may have caused some visual discomfort or headache, potentially. It's hard to recall because I don't know. I did this religiously for a while, and I was only working 5-10s, and then they moved us to 6-10s, and it really just became too much. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. So that's all I do for the string exercise, and I did find that on another person's YouTube channel, so I did not come up with that. That is an actual vestibular migraine therapy exercise that was, I'm sure, come up or created by vestibular experts. So that's not something I thunk up. I think what it has to do with is some people with vestibular migraines get trapped in, I suppose, like too much stimuli, and their vision begins to vibrate. And this is just a good practice for teaching your part of your vestibular system, your eyes, to focus on things at different focal lengths, and just kind of exercising your eyes and training your eyes to potentially rewire something that is not working properly. So I can't personally say that has helped me. It's difficult to say what has helped. I'm still, like right now, I feel fine. I'm a little anxious, but I don't have any, I'm not dizzy. And in my previous video when I was at school, it's the same day. Today's the same day as my previous video. When I was at school earlier, when I was walking around in those areas that I mentioned, yeah, I just felt like, not a headache, not like faint, not like I was lightheaded, like I was gonna faint, just like and not anxiety either, just like a raised awareness, and like this weird sense of like not being fully inside myself. And that's sort of the feeling that I get 90% of the time, and then sprinkled into that are my other fun phantom movements and sensations that I'll feel on top of that kind of thing that I have all the time. And then the headaches can come on and off in different severities. But I'm rambling again. This was about the string. So that's all I do. I did 10 reps. That's what was recommended in the video that I watched. I wish I had a prettier view for you. That's better. But I'm not going to stay sitting like that. So try it out. It might, and again, just like with any of these things, you're not going to notice a difference right away. With any medication, they always tell you you're going to have to give it 2 or 3 months. And that's where a lot of, on top of your symptoms, the frustration is the waiting for feeling better. Because like I've said so many times in the past, your life does not stop. For me, I have to continue going to work. And that right now means 60 hours a week, 10-hour days, 6 days a week. and that's my whole day, every day for 6 days, and it's really rough. But so I personally had to stop. I shouldn't say I had to. At some point, you have to decide what you are going to or not going to do, and what you think is worth your time. At the end of the day, I want to feel better at all costs, but I guess I'm calling myself out, because I could easily do that, and that would not be a huge detriment to me to take a couple minutes a day to do that. Actually, let me get off this topic, because I do want to talk about something else because I did want to talk about 2 different exercises that I used to do. And actually, I haven't done this one in a while, but maybe 6 months ago, or maybe even 4 months ago, I was doing this daily, religiously, at the end of the day. But then I sort of started incorporating it into the middle of my day, like lots of times throughout the day. And it's not perfect, but I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to leave 2 links in the description to this man's channel. I think his channel is called The Natural Method, and he has all sorts of videos for different issues, and I couldn't believe it, but he has 2 videos, one on vestibular migraines and one on vestibular disorders. And he has these natural methods, and so I'll demonstrate them for you right now. It's really simple. It's nothing mind-shattering in the sense of what it is. How can I prop up my phone here? Okay, so basically what he does is, trying to think the order in which he did this, because the 2 different videos, you're better off just watching his videos and following them for, a couple weeks until you get down exactly what he does. And I kind of took what he did and just made it my own. I was doing what I thought helped the most. And I will say that there were many times at work when I would do this. If you have trouble with clogged ears, ear pressure, or just vestibular symptoms in general, try it. Do it for a couple months, every day, twice a day. And it can't hurt. It certainly can't hurt to try. And it doesn't take much time. But I have to admit that I have not been doing these. I have not been doing them every day like I used to. So anyways, without further ado, what he does is, first of all, what I would do is I would stretch my ears, and if nothing else, it kind of feels good. But this kind of gets the blood flowing around your ears, which is, obviously attached to your skull. So that kind of gets blood flowing and opens up some of those canals to let some things flow if you're clogged. So do that, and I just don't have any specific set amount of time. I just kind of do it until I feel like I'm good. And then you're going to do 10 repetitions where you're gonna squeeze your ears in. I don't know if you've ever done this and made your ears like squeak, but push it in pretty hard and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on 10, hold it for 10 seconds. And hold that for 10 seconds. And then that part of your ear, that kind of right here, push your thumbs or your pointer fingers, and I would do 10 repetitions, just like he says. 1. And then you want to hold it for 10 seconds. And sometimes I would do this. Because you can feel your jawbone moving up and down, and I think I could feel a lot of times, like there was like a month or two just recently when, and this has happened to me in the past, but it kind of went away and it came back and now it's gone away again. But my ear, I could just feel like there was a river flowing in my ear, just in my left ear. And I had ear pressure in both ears, but I was hearing this sound in my left ear, and they just kind of hurt all day. And I would do this, and I could feel and hear things kind of like starting to move and get unclogged, and it did help on several occasions. So you do this, and then hold 10 seconds, and you do this one, and then you do this. So kind of like if you're gonna sneeze, and then you close your mouth, and then right before you're about to sneeze out your nose, you clamp your nose. Or if you've ever been on a flight and your ears got clogged, and then afterwards you did this, and you blow out to kind of pop your ears. That's what you're doing here. And you want to do it as hard as possible. And again, I'll put the links in the description, so click the links, watch him. But this is, I'm just telling you what I remember and what I used to do from what I took his videos, and I just kind of used like 4 or 5 main things. So do this for 10 times. You can't really see too much, but he does that. He takes a breath in between each one and really blows out. But I can do it in quick succession without having to do that. So do that 10 times, and then I would usually go back and I would do this 10 more times and hold and kind of do this, and then I would do this 10 more times, and then I would hold and really press like hard. Oh, and then the other 2 things I would do that I learned from him was, and I'm sorry, I did this out of order. He would do this, take kind of like your palm, and right kind of where my hair meets my beard, that line right there, take your palms and massage your ears. Do that for 20 or 30 seconds. And then on the back of your head, same thing, take your palms. And you want to feel friction, you want it to get warm. And doing this here, and I also did it right behind my ears, and then for a little bit further on the back. And I would just kind of massage all like this. And again, that just kind of gets blood moving. It kind of opens up stuff around your ears to be able to flow better. And then I would pull on my ears, and then I would do the sneezing thing, and then I would do this and hold, move my jaw around, and then I would do this. So I would do that depending on how I felt throughout the day, like a lot. Like it sort of became like a habitual thing where I would just be like pulling on my ears all day throughout the day. I would just randomly start doing this, especially when my ears hurt. I would do it a lot when I had a lot of ear pressure, and then I would do this a lot. And you would just catch me doing this kind of stuff. I'm sure people thought I was crazy because I was at work doing that. But no, it does help like relieve some pressure in your ears. So yeah, put that in your arsenal. Try that. Again, I will leave the man's YouTube links in the description of my video. If you're not YouTube savvy, you're watching my video, just look right below. It'll have a description of the video, and I'll leave those links there. You can just click and it should take you right to it. So those are the two things that I don't think I've ever mentioned before. And like I said, I believe Sarah C., if my memory serves me correctly, said she would appreciate it if I showed the string exercise. So there it is. You can either hold it like this, or I didn't think that holding like my arm's length was long enough, however long that is, like 3 feet. So that's why I used the candle, and I put it further away, and I would just hold it, at my nose. That's right, I would hold it at my nose. And then so you just look further and further, and then you come back. So again, up and down is 1 repetition, and I would do 10 of those. And it's important to not just like blow through it. I would really make sure that my eyes were focused, like sharply focused on every beat. You don't want to just kind of have, oh, I should mention this too. This is important. So when you have now this is set up for me. When you get this and you have your string, this first bead, you want to, when you're first setting it up, you're going to want to bring it closer, and you're going to want to do this as you're watching it. You're going to keep bringing it closer and closer until you can't look at it without crossing your eyes, like until your vision crosses. Like it'll be fine and you'll be seeing it perfectly fine. As it gets closer, your vision will cross. You want to pull it away from your nose just until the point where it's just far enough away till you can focus your vision in on that bead. And that's where your first bead is going to be. And then you can, if you want it really long, like I have it, and you want it to anchor it, like I used to put it on my doorknob when I did it in my room. You could put it in the candle, something like I do. The further away ones don't matter as much as the first one. Then you can just kind of space them evenly after that point. But you do want to make sure that that first one is as close to your eyes as you can have them without crossing your eyes. So you're looking at it very crisply. And as you go down each one, don't just, jump through it to get through it. You want to focus your eyes and make sure that beat is crystal clear, and then go to the next one, hold it for 5 seconds and just stare at it, and then look at something in the distance. So do 10 repetitions of that. I should start doing it again. I know I should. It's just very difficult for me to be at work all day, and then like I took this week off from the gym, and I shouldn't have, but I had a bad Sunday and a bad Monday, and the rest of this week has not been that great. It hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been that great. I totally put my drink, my pear drink, I got it all ready for me to bring outside and drink, and I just didn't. I forgot to bring it outside with me. It's my hydration pear drink, one of Alicia Wolf's Dizzy Cook recipes. It's pretty good. I make it every day, so I split up the batch, and I have 2 batches. So I drink one, have one for the next day. But anyways, those are the 2 exercises: the natural method, which again I'll link in the description, and the string method, which is just a string and a couple beads, and should help you if you're having trouble with your vision. That was never really a problem of mine, but again, with something that's quick and easy to do like that, it certainly doesn't hurt. And if you're like me, you're gonna try anything and everything to feel better. So, all right, that'll be it. I'm getting ready to eat dinner. I had school today, so and then I got my hair cut. But I have a lot more time. Not now, but now it's pretty much close to when I would be getting home from the gym on a normal work day. But I had more time. I spent I was getting my hair cut for like an hour and a half because I had to wait. But anyways, yeah, a little bit more relaxed today after school. Have two more hours than I normally do. So I was able to make that video and get my hair cut. But anyways, I'm about to eat dinner. I got my, what is this again? I forget, honey garlic chicken and a pasta Alfredo. I think my mom said that the recipe uses cream cheese in some way, because you can't have like many cheeses. So I hope you're all thriving out there. If not, keep trying. I certainly am. And try these exercises out. Try the natural method. Do both of them. Do each exercise, sets of exercises, I should say, twice a day, once sometime in the morning and once closer to bedtime. And do it for a couple months and see how you get along. Again, I don't know how much it helped me because I'm doing so much. I'm on so many medications, and like I said, I stopped doing it just because with work and trying to go to the gym and lose weight, and then having to do all the stuff I do to get ready for work, it's just a lot on my plate. So I stopped doing it. I should probably start doing it again because it wouldn't take very much time to do it. The vestibular exercises with the paddles, those took me like 20 minutes to do, and that was like, the way I look at it is like, I walk around all day, and the environment in a construction site, on a big construction site, there's so much going on, there's so much stuff. I'm up several hundred feet in the air, I'm carrying stuff, I'm up and down stairs. So I feel like my vestibular system, and then I go to the gym. When I do go to the gym next, I'm going to try to get back next week. When I do go to the gym, I run, and then I'm doing, push-ups and all sorts of stuff that like don't make me feel good. So I feel like that is vestibular exercise enough, right? I feel like I've put my vestibular system through enough punishment for one day. So, but anywho, take care, stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.